It's been in common use since the 1500s, and for most of us, the check is still an important financial tool. But moving the paper documents is difficult and expensive. Now, one of the oldest forms of banking is about to get a modern makeover. Jennifer Kirby has that story.
When it comes to checks, Ethel Pinney's an expert. She's done bookkeeping for dozens of companies, large and small, for years. Checks still play an important role.
A lot of companies still use a lot of checks. Sometimes our accounts can contain between 300 to 500 checks per month.
Right now, those checks have to physically move, often thousands of kilometers between clearing centers across Canada. But by the end of next year, no more. All checks will be transferred electronically by computer imaging.
So we'll be able to capture the image of both the front and the back of each of those checks. Then those images will be exchanged between the financial institutions.
That means check formats will have to meet strict standards so they can be properly scanned.
The teller stamp has to be exactly in this location.
John Cattell runs an independent company that prints checks.
It's probably the most significant change in 200 years.
And what happens to a check that doesn't measure up?
Would be returned to the person that wrote it, and it would not cover what they had just purchased.
Businesses and consumers will have to upgrade their check processing software too, but it means payments will move faster, storage for banks and businesses will cost less, and going back to verify checks will be easier and faster. In the long run, the banks will save the cost of moving all that paper around, but in the short term, they will pay.
In the range of 180 million across the industry.
With more than a year still to go, most people in the payments industry expect this change to go smoothly, at least for businesses. But some consumers, especially those who write only occasional checks, could be in for a rude surprise early in 2007. Jennifer Kirby, CBC News, Calgary.